Hi again, Ian Dainty here. And today I want to talk about how to get more revenue through faster leads. This is the second video in the series, and the last one. We talked about some issues, some things in the first video, and I'll just review those in a sec. And today I want to introduce a program to you about how you can get more leads and actually more revenue before the end of the year. But just a quick review of video one. Remember we talked about more leads, and it's what you really want if you're like every other marketer, business person, and salesperson I've met, and this includes myself. You're not necessarily looking for more leads. You want more income for yourself. And excuse me, getting more leads is just a step into that right direction. But let's have a quick review of video one, particularly the 3 important things you need to do before you get into lead generation. First of all, you have to resolve who your ideal client is. You have to put down and almost make an avatar of who your ideal client is. Then you have to just go after what issues they face. And that's what we're going to talk about today, actually. And then what is your value proposition that helps them overcome these issues? So today I want to talk about what issues your clients face and how you can help them, how you can help yourself put those issues so that your products and services resolve those issues. So let's look at solving issues to deliver results. Have a quick drink there. Why do we solve problems? Well, because it leads to the best way to reach the top decision makers and influencers. Okay, we want to resolve problems for their whole organization that will affect the top influencers and decision makers, and it's the best way to beat out the competition. So, and it helps us obviously become a better supplier and partner for these businesses. And this leads to more account control and an awful lot more business and, as we discussed, more income for you. So that's really what we're looking for, is leads, but also more income. Excuse me. And the real key here is, as Stephen Covey said in his 7 Habits of Successful People, is you want to understand before being understood. So you want to resolve issues, but you want to make sure that you are resolving the issues that are important. And I'm going to go through that today to show you how. I want to give you something you can walk away with today. You need to understand what issues and problems your prospects and customers face, because that's really what they want. And how do you do this? Well, you ask them, you go and ask them. That's the best way to do it. And that we'll show you how to do this in a sec. You can ask internally within your own organization, what issues do our products and services face for our clients? And you can do research. And I'm going to go through how you do that today too. So and then you need an understanding of the benefits your products and services offer. Again, this is your value proposition. And remember the old story, you want to sell the sizzle, not the steak. People don't really care that they're eating steak. They love the flavor and the sizzle and the whole atmosphere of what a steak brings to them, okay? So that's what you want to do. And again, in another similar instance, people don't buy a drill. They want holes. So the drill is just a way of making those holes. So keep that in mind anytime you're talking. What's your value proposition? How do you solve problems? So what you need to do is you need to understand the issues and problems from both an industry and a client POV's point of view. So you know industry in general and therefore the specifics of a client. But what's affecting the industry will affect the client. The auto industry is a classic example. What happened back in 2008 when everybody went under and everybody needed bailouts and a lot of auto dealers had to close. So there's an example where the industry certainly affected the client. You understand the industry and how this affects the issues that the client faces. Then you need to understand the client issues more specifically. And let the client know you understand those issues. And we'll go through that in a sec. And then you can be understood. Okay? So you let the client know, and then you can talk about how you understand what your products and services do to help them resolve those issues. So what I want to talk about then is issue articulation and decomposition. So from the industry point of view, right at the top, you need the trends and implications that are happening in the industry, the auto industry, as I mentioned earlier. And then from a company point of view, what are the key issues categories specific to that account? And then you articulate those, and then we're going to decompose those issues into sub-issues, interconnections, resource needs, further data collection, solution components, etc. And then we contact the client after we have all of that. I'm going to go through that in a little more detail in a minute. So company-specific issues are articulated and decomposed before moving to the solution to provide the basis for meaningful conversations with decision makers, with executives, something of value that you can bring to the client. And here's how it works. You do issue articulation. You ask what an issue is. What is the major issue? And then how do we decompose those issues? And then how does our solution help resolve those decomposed issues? And I'm going to show you an example in a sec. So issue articulation is you got to identify and clarify the key issues by answering this critical question. What really matters to my client? And then you articulate the issues and they're driven by the industry and company-specific analysis, okay? So again, there's a lot of research goes into this. And then you decompose the issues. You break each issue down in a structured, logical way to identify underlying issues and the relationships between them. And then the validation of issues occurs through dialogue with the client. So you got to talk to the client about if these are real issues to them. You just can't say these are issues, but it allows you to get into the executive suite. And then you talk about your solution. So you link the decomposed issues to specific solutions, and then you integrate your individual solutions, how they address the breadth and depth of client issues. Individual solutions that, when integrated effectively, provide comprehensive solutions to complex client issues. Okay? So here's an example that I worked with on a client. My partner and I worked with on a client who, if you look at the very left-hand side of the screen, how do we grow managed services while still maintaining the hardware business? So this company was in the hardware business of selling computer hardware. And as you know, the margins on hardware are almost negligible now. So they wanted to get into more managed services. And how are they going to do that? Well, so we looked at it from the issue standpoint. So what is the right corporate structure to move us forward? So remember now, we keep asking questions because that's what the issues are. And then at the bottom, how do we leverage opportunities from existing business into building the managed services business? And then we went into some more issues. We broke them down. I'm not going to go over each one of them, but you can look at them. But from the bottom one, we had two. What's our strategy for motivating staff in both businesses? And how do we avoid diluting our image with hardware customers while building our managed services business? Well, then we move forward on the strategy for motivating staff. What's the right sales structure to move us forward? What skills and processes do the salespeople need to be successful? And what incentives do we need in place to grow both businesses? Okay? And then from there, we were able to break down into what we offer in the dark green, over to the light green, which then moves forward to the major issue. So let's just look at the top one here. What is the right sales structure? Well, do they want to do direct or indirect sales? We can help them with that. Our company can help them with that. How do they hire top talent to do it? And what about dedicated account teams to move the sales structure forward with their current clients? What skills and processes? Is it value selling? Of course, that's important. Strategic account management is important. Relationship management is important. So you can see, and what incentives, a compensation structure, and corporate objectives. So you can see our solution, the dark green on the right, falls into those, and then the light green, and then it moves back into the major issue. And that's how you decompose and show how your products and services can help them solve their major issues. And it really works. This works. I guarantee it works. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it today, but you've got the video and you can revisit it. So what I want you to do then is I want you to revisit this part of the video and build and decompose a major issue your key account faces to describe your uniqueness and how you will penetrate that account. Okay? So that's what I want you to do as an exercise, looking at the previous slides and videos in the video I showed you. Okay, now I want to talk about 5 foolproof methods for generating new leads now. Okay, so once you know the issues, then I want to introduce a program today, 5 foolproof methods. And more importantly, these are going to bring more income for you. So what are these 5 foolproof methods? Well, the first one that we're going to do in the program is current, past clients, and referrals. I'm going to go into these in a little more detail in the next slides. And then direct response marketing, what that is and how that can. And these are 2 offline methods. And then we're going to go to 3 online methods. I'm going to talk about your website, pay-per-click, very important, and LinkedIn and how it can improve your business. Okay, so let's look at the first one, current past clients referrals. Remember, your current and past clients are the people that you work with now and past clients, and also referrals from them. And very few people work with them enough or get referrals right. And that's what I'm going to teach you in this program, is how to do that. And it's an easy process. I'm going to give you a template on how to do it. But the first thing you have to remember is you have to build trust in order to get business. Excuse me. And the easiest way to get new business is through your current and past referrals, because there's trust there already. They've already bought from you, and they trust you, your current and your past clients. And if you get a referral to somebody else, well, that referred business will trust you because they know the people that have referred you, and there's been trust there. So that's why it's so easy to get business this way. And I'm going to go through how you can do this. There's a 3-step formula for you to do it, and a 23-question template that I will give you in the program that will show you how you can get new business from current, particularly current, past clients, and referrals. So you can see it's a nice, easy step. The best way to get new clients is through, this is the best way, no matter what you're talking about, whether it's social media or online or offline or digital, whatever you want to call it. This is the best and easiest way to get new business. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Next one is direct response marketing. Basically what that says is you want to get a response from somebody. So we'll go through it. So it's three easy steps. And what you do is you send out a mailing or emails or through social media. You ask people to respond to you. Another easy way, and what that says is people are putting up their hand, and then they're telling you that, yeah, they're interested now in what you're saying, and they want more information. Now that's a lead, and you get contact information from them before you send them that information, before you send them that free white paper, or as I say, you give something away to do it. And there are 8 factors for direct response marketing that I'm going to step you through. So this, again, to me, is the second best way, and it can be applied online or offline. You can use it for mailings or online with emails or social media, your website, etc. So this is a very easy way. You send something out, you tell people you have something to give them if they're interested, then they reply and say, yes, I'm interested. They put their hand up, and now you know they're interested. Then you can start going through your sales, your marketing and sales process. The third thing we're going to talk about is your company website. Your company website is your best marketer, and it has to be set up properly. And really all you need are 5 pages on your company website. And I'm going to go through what each of those 5 pages are when we do the webinar. But all you need are 5 pages, and there are 3 factors, 3 very important factors that each website should have, and very few do. And if you know these and you implement these into your website, it's going to be so much easier for you to get business and so much faster for you to get business. And there's 2 critical elements that will give you better visibility, particularly on Google. You know, you've got to be on Google. You've got to be on the first page of Google, or people won't find you. And over 80% of people use Google for a search. So your company website is your most important marketer. Pay-per-click marketing is really important if you want to get visibility fast. And I'm going to talk about Google AdWords. Pay-per-click marketing is really just advertising. And this is through Google AdWords. And I'm sure you're all familiar with Google AdWords. They're down the right-hand side of the column when you do a Google search. And usually the first 3 at the top, too, are ads. So I'm going to show you how to do those. And the great thing about this type of advertising versus other advertising is you can manage and change it easily and quickly, basically instantaneously. You can see what ads are doing well and what ads aren't doing well, and you can change them and manage them right away and get results right away. And that's the key. This drives people to your site faster than any other way, a lot faster than social media. So you implement it with social media and your website. And I'm going to show you 7 steps for Google AdWords that are guarantee you success. Pay-per-click marketing is important. It's advertising, but it will drive leads to your website faster than any other way of getting business. And the last one we're going to talk about is LinkedIn. It's the best social media platform for B2B marketing. And a lot of you have found me through LinkedIn, and I'm sure you know what it is. It's a B2B or a professional network for business people. And I'm going to show you how to complete your professional profile so that it's right and it will draw people to you. I'm going to show you how to grow your connections and network and how to network with people. And I'm going to show you 3 steps using LinkedIn, how to market yourself, how to go out and get new business from people, how to find people, how to use direct response marketing so you can get them. So 3 easy steps on using LinkedIn. Okay, so we got 5 methods, 5 foolproof methods for generating new leads. Current and past clients and referrals, the easiest way in any business to get new leads. I don't care whether you're a local business or whether you're a huge conglomerate, this is still the best way to get new leads. Direct response marketing, your website's your best marketer, pay-per-click to drive business to your company and your website fast, and LinkedIn, another quick way to get business. So what are the program dates for this new program I'm running? Well, the first one is going to be next Tuesday, August 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and the next one will be the following night at the same time, August 21st. Okay, it's going to be 2 nights, usually about an hour to an hour and a bit each, and then we'll have time for questions. Excuse me, and we'll talk about the different things then, and that's what you're going to get. But I'm also going to throw in 2 bonuses for you. The first one is I'm going to show you how to develop your ideal client profile. Remember I mentioned this is important, that issues were important, and also how to develop your unique value proposition. So you need to be able to do these 2, and they're quite simple because I have templates for both of them to show you how to step right through how to develop your ideal client profile and your unique value proposition. The other one, of course, is how to resolve issues. And I just went through that today. So I hope you do that exercise before the program starts next Tuesday. So what's your program and investment in this? Well, the program itself, as you can see, it's well over. I mean, if you paid $100 for each of those, and there's 7 of them, so there's 7. I'm saying it's well over $600. You're going to get the 5 foolproof methods, and then also the other 2 that are important, the basis for setting. You've already had the third one, the issue, so you already got one for free. There's well over $100. The bonuses are worth at least $200 each. So that means you're getting $1,000 worth of unbelievable content that will help you get business before the end of this year. Okay, before the December 31st, 2012. You're going to get $1,000 or more worth of content. In actual fact, it's probably worth $30,000 or $40,000 this stuff if you put it all together. But you're only going to pay, are you ready for this? $197 US. That's all you're going to pay for all of this. The 5 foolproof methods and the 2 bonuses. That's what you're going to pay. And if you never spend another nickel on training, then I guarantee this program will bring you more leads, more revenue, and as I mentioned, more income, more dollars in your pocket. So what I want to do is give you, what is my full guarantee? Well, it's this. If you don't make at least $1,000 in revenue by applying these methods by year end, these 8 methods actually, the 3 things you need to do, your ideal client, resolving issues, you got to do that exercise, and your value proposition, and then the 5 foolproof methods for getting new clients right away. If you apply these methods by year end and you don't get at least $1,000 in revenue, which is 5 times your investment of $197, then I'll give you a full refund, and then you've still got all of the methods. So you take the program, and if you apply it and you don't get $1,000 and say, Ian, it didn't work, and I didn't get at least $1,000, and I'll give you a full refund. How can you lose? You can't lose by doing that. So how to enroll? Well, I want you to go below and click on the Pay Now button. And after you've enrolled and paid your fee, then I will send you the webinar instructions afterwards once I get your name and email address and that, and I'll send you the instructions for what we're going to do next Tuesday. And by the way, if you can't make the webinars, they will be up for replay and questions, etc. And I'm going to also throw in a question period probably a week later, and we'll announce that during the webinar. So if these times don't suit you, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're in England, that's midnight for you. And if you're in the West Coast, it's 4 o'clock, which should be okay. If you're in Asia or something, it may be different. But you can still sign up. And I'm going to make sure that the replays are available for you, and you can take them at any time. So please go to the Pay Now button below and sign up for the webinars. Great value for you. You will get new business before the end of the year. And as I mentioned before, I guarantee it. I look forward to seeing you at the webinar. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.